Valheim, Slow and Easy, episode 71 begins now. Hello, everybody. It's me, Hank. We're back. We're playing the game again. We're continuing the journey, the adventure, the saga. Not to be confused with the hit 80s video game console, the Sega Master Genesis system. Okay, so we're gonna do some base work today. I've decided. In the last episode, we chopped down some trees and had some fun with our tree farm. Of course, it's over here. It's currently not harvest season yet. We've got to do some sowing, which we farmers say to each other when you disgusting normies aren't around ruining our vibe, because you people call it planting season, and no, it's called sowing. We sow seeds, okay, and we sow each other's hearts with love and hope. And my fucking microphone will fucking stay where. And so farming is, especially the tree. Okay, let me stop. Yeah, so this is our harvest from the first one, which is cool. I think it'd be fun to lay these out like giant slabs of whale steaks, such as was along the East Coast, when humanity's brilliant innovation for energy was to melt the whales. That was up here. The good stuff's in the middle of the brain. Send the young boys. Go get them, boys. There's some whale movie. Fucking shit. Just there's some whale movie on Amazon. It's about that Herman Melville influencer. Great story, obviously. I got to read the actual book because it's a whole ass a story about human triumph, and but I can't. I can barely read tweets with my attention span, let alone the greatest epoch of all time. Yeah. Okay. So, geez, boy, I just want to talk about it. They got into a fight with a whale way out in the Pacific, or down and around South America. Great story. Holy moly, some stuff went down. And then we ran out of whales to melt. Luckily, we found a different source, which was ferns, very old ferns and deposits of carbon. Yeah. All right. So that's terrible. All right. So speaking of terrible, let's do some more destruction on this planet and on the society upon which I have become nothing more than a spreading mold of conquest, violence, and decorations. So we do need to replant trees. Let's get a little bit situated here. I'm in a little bit of a silly mood. Oh, the shrimp turned off. Sorry, shrimp. Sorry, buddy. Sorry. Break time canceled. Back on the shop floor. Get back to that. The mayor's gonna come down. Everybody get out of the parking lot and pick up your paraphernalia and your low quality cheese flavored corn chips bags. We don't want to make the mayor upset, do we? It's so weird that politicians have power. Actually, the weird part is that they have esteem. That's the part I can't really kind of get my head around. So, okay, hold on. I think I just need to keep tightening this bolt, but I feel like I could really crank if I. That's what's going on here. So I have to screw it this wise, and then loosen that wise, and then tighten this wise again. So that'll be. There we go. Oh, now it's firm. Oh boy, now we're good. Now we're like a starting NBA center just before tip-off. NBA is the National Basketball Association for you British weirdos who don't have sports. Does Britain have sports? I've never heard of a British sport. Okay. No, I joke. I know. I watched cricket. My dad and I watched a full match of cricket up on a fishing trip. And boy, did we have fun. We figured out what was going on after a little while. It's because I had already watched a YouTube full match of cricket about a month prior to that. And I said, Dad, let's see if we can let's just watch some cricket. Yes, he's approaching the mound. Oh, fuck. The sticks. He's got to throw the ball with the sticks, knock down the sticks, and then the blokes run back and forth. That's my British sportscaster impression. Okay, so let's get our trees going. I know you have sports in England, okay, y'all. All right. Why don't you give Ireland back, okay? Then you can get huffy about your sports. Viva la Ireland! Okay, so we're resting here just a smidge. We're gonna get some health going. I don't think I've been raided in a little while. Actually, here, since we're here, let's... So, I did take a day or two in the game, even though we started, I think, and stopped at the same point in the last two videos, or the previous video to this one. And I ran around and I did a bit of prep up yonder here at my stone quarry, which I want to show you right now, but I'm realizing how distracted I'm being. What did I say we're going to do? I totally fucking forgot. Oh, trees. Yeah, so we got to find the seeds. So I have seeds kind of all over the place. I'm a bit sloppy with my seeds. They are spread around, and they call me Johnny Missing Seed. So here's... Okay, one. I don't want to take those. All right, let's do a little inventory. Nope, not 26. We want to say 25. 28. Oh, not 8. 28. Keeping one in there maintains the chest. And those are also seeds, too. We're not worried about those. Can you plant these damn puke berries? Gosh knows. What if it turns out they're not berries? You know how sometimes we call things a berry because it's easier than saying it's the guy's spleen or some other similarly sized organ that might resemble berries. Oh God, no! No wonder he pukes. So we have these seeds. I did make a fool out of myself before when I did some testing on the tree farm using my precious birch seeds. As you recall, the whole point of it is I want to get fine wood for my woodworking addiction. You know, I have all these decorations and stuff I like to put up. And so, let's see here. I lost like some because I hadn't worked out the system. I hadn't perfected the spacing that you need. Here we go. I think I have my, there we go. Good. And so, yeah, we kind of got to do that right now. And I don't want to waste... Oh, look, there's some birch seeds, too. So I have 16 plus 44 back in the other one. And, okay. We'll just bring these. Actually, yeah, sure. I mean, they are like a very precious item in my world here, but I will at least... Just do one here. So we have two in our little dump chests, but roughly 60. But I will store them outside the base. Speaking of which, gotta kidnap a couple of the visiting interdimensional soul people who are trapped in glowing balls that turn into great light bulbs. Imagine being like these eternal beings and you found a refuge. Every single one of those is just the next one they send to look for the others. Die! And I just scoop them up. It's like you guys found the wrong interdimensional portal. Bunch of suckers. Okay, so this will be a great spot for keeping those. Oh, look, there's one. Here. Yeah. Let's get some wood. I just wanted to build a different chest just for the birch seeds alone. I feel like they deserve it. Yeah. If I can squeeze it in there, that'd be great. Oh, ooh. See a little flicker? That is a delicate pixel to locate. Come on. Nope. Oh, there we go. Very exciting. Oh yeah, I gotta feed the shrimps. I was gonna do that for y'all. Maybe as a reward, if you smash that like button, no destroying it. Smash only. Okay. Yeah, I'm in a bit of a nutty mood here. I haven't played in a bit of time. Been working on a film, like a proper film. I wish I could say it was like one of these big Hollywood Steven Spielberg features. Obviously, it's a little bit less than that. But it's my first large edit of this type with 4K footage, and somebody recorded audio with a boom mic, and then they also had lavalier mics and camera audio, so I had to do a lot of syncing, and I edited and made a lot of choices as far as the film. It's the story is told through my decisions and through the decisions compelled by the god of continuity, which actually is probably the only real god in the universe if you really understand how information travels. And I ADHD'd my way into making it horrible because I could have done it months ago, meaning I had time to start sooner than I did start, so I faced a bunch of delays, and there's other reasons why the delays were justifiable, but also some of it was just me being a squirrel brain asshole, which is frustrating when you're self-aware of it all, and you're like, get to work, what the fuck. It's ADHD just torture spirals, which is fun. And nevertheless, I also did some other stuff that I'm going to be talking about soon on some of my shows and shit. But I'm very proud of how it's coming together. There has been frustrating times, and I did know that it wasn't completely within my purview as far as a skill set. Obviously, video editors are often challenged to step it up a bit, and that's how you sort of gain new skills, and compels new tutorials to watch and to learn and to practice and to try stuff. And so I've been adding a ton of skill to my repertoire. Is that the word? Quiver? I almost said gurney. What am I thinking of? Is there some G word that... Gymnasium? No. One of which is audio stuff. So I on top of the video decisions and the timelines and all that stuff, was stuff I've been documenting for Pixel Mover, my YouTube channel, about production and efficiency and moving pixels. Kind of waiting for sunlight to come up. That's why I'm sort of vamping here, guys, so bear with me. So the spacing has got to be... I think the new spacing has to be 1.1 or 1.1.2. I know that didn't make any sense what I just said. Sorry. Just saying it. Okay. So these are sort of anchor. Well, the thing I'm standing on is a bit of an anchor of the whole. Okay. So when I do finally become like a proper planter, I do kind of want to come up with some sort of system that really nails it all down. But I think I need 1.5 between each. So in other words, oops, that's bad. So I think I need to do that. Although maybe birch... Oh, did I not bring up seeds? Do I have any over here? 44. These ugly beech trees. I've been humbled by the dialogue, the challenge of mixing and setting up proper audio editing in a DAW, digital audio workstation. Pro Tools is like one that a lot of the tutorials are teaching, but plenty of them have DaVinci. DaVinci's is very capable, and so I've learned enough to know that I am doing a good enough job for what this project scope is, but also like I'm making choices that are sort of informed to the point where I realize that obviously a person who does like audio dialogue mixing professionally would have been far better than me. But I'm at least making intelligent choices about what to skip. I was really stressing out. I kind of committed to a deadline that I said, and I couldn't do it. And I was like, I can't do this. This is too much for me. I can't give you, like, you know, my integrity anyway stresses me out, because a big reason why I can do work for cheap right now is partially the hope that the product will be good enough to earn more work in the future, because I desperately need to find work. And actually I think doing narrative, you know, fictional narrative editing, like a story, I think I'd be actually quite adept at that. I feel like I have a skill set there, an emotional skill set that is useful for that. Not to mention perfect timing. I mean, come on. Come on. Fire. Oh, damn it. My point being, though, is that I haven't been able to play this game very much, because I have been either stressing out about not doing it or stressing out. What's going on here? Are we just missing? What just happened? Did I just not pick up wood? What's in these? Just nothing? Just a empty chest for some reason? I thought I grabbed the wood. Okay. All right. Jeez Louise. But I have actually done a little bit of audio exporting for the Valheim game, you know. So here's what I want to do. Okay. I'm going to go like boom. Boom. We'll just do it like this. I think this might be a decent system, actually. Boom. And it's this very, very tedious way of doing the overall deal, though, isn't it? So maybe you might be expecting the sound to sound a bit better in terms of my voice. That's something I've always kind of felt was could be improved. Let's just put it that way. I think sometimes it just sounds fine because you aren't making huge mistakes with how you're recording it. That's been mainly the... Is it like getting down? It's kind of a cool way to do a fence. It's sort of... you know, it's been okay enough over the years, and I definitely know some of the basics of like compression, and I had grasped the EQ a little bit. The left side's the bassy side, the high side is the high side, and I knew some, you know, some technical things about that. But when you actually do a real edit where you got to pick different microphones and like set order chains, operation chains for processing, operation, and it's a whole different animal. And I've definitely leveled up on my compression skill. I've done compression before, where so you have like a bit of a especially people who sort of tail off at the end of their sentences. You know, some people kind of go, okay, maybe there's a, and then I'll get a little quiet. I'll definitely will get, you know, a little melancholy, and that's fine. And you can do stuff that makes it bring up those little bits or tamps down the high bits, and you can change to how fast it starts and how much it holds and how much it releases and all these different little things. It's very technical, but you also have to have good hearing, and I have both great hearing and terrible hearing. I have hearing gain, I have tinnitus, and I have I'm pretty confident. I mean, this is, let's say, self-diagnosed, but I would feel like it'll probably get affirmed someday. Some sort of auditory processing disorder related to autism, and but because of the autism, I have very like hyper dialed in hearing too. So I hear extra, but I also hear it more intensely. And my head's a scatter fuck mess anyway, so it's kind of a pain, honestly. I'll keep it real, okay? That's what I do around here. I don't think we have room for this one over here. All right. So, Now, actually, these are all going to fall down if I don't. Yeah, this is a dumb way to set this up. We'll come up with a better solution here. Toot sweet. Okay, don't you worry. We iterate. So that one is just going to stand alone as sort of not in the right spot. Each of these gap pieces was where a tree is going to go. And maybe we only have to do it for the top, and then that way we can just sort of eyeball the rest. I think the best way to keep it efficient is to make it so that you can, there's enough slop in the system that guessing is good enough. You know what I mean? Like if I try to really dial in it perfectly. So the goal here is that they're far enough away from each other that they can not be encumbered by each other's size. But white people in the suburbs, let's be honest. Haha, got it. No, if you do, although there is a history there. Okay, save that. Save those jokes for the other podcast. Don't get me started on white people. All right, I have been in the dark heart central core of it, which is the Midwest. No. I kid. But been one my whole life. Met a lot of them. Anyway. Your first mistake is you think I'm talking about you. If you think you're white, you're not. You're a human. You're a human. All right, so yeah, those are gapped better. It's not as many per, but I'd rather not waste seeds if we're... And what was I saying? I was talking about... Why did the white people threw me off? I had a very important point. Audio editing. Yeah, so I'm actually kind of excited to mess with that a bit more. I've been optimistically... See now, if I just sort of gap these, right? That sort of... I think this will work. This sort of gets me the same interval. Not quite perfect, but if I... why does that seem all the way off? Maybe there's a better... Nar. I just want to roughly meet that gap. Okay. Yeah. I almost wonder if... Yeah. I don't hate this system. Maybe there's a way to set it up at the top where, like, down the middle, we have, like, our spacer rig. But it's far enough away that I don't have to tear it out every time. You know what I mean? Like something that just points where we plant and we get that first base layer down. I could just eyeball it too. There's probably some sense in that. Maybe I could eyeball it by doing it all the way from here. Yeah, so I feel like we might be entering a period of much better podcast. This actually works nicely. Once I kind of maintain a bit of confidence that I'm straight on, but that's where that slop kind of thing works, you know? All right, a little bit not... I finally kind of got my head around compression better. I knew what it was doing and I understood it functionally, but I never felt confident that I was setting the threshold at the right spot, and it changes for every single... I mean, if I use the exact same setup, but I change my levels sometimes, but you know, you can, if your setup's the same every time, you can keep the same settings, going forward, as we like to say in the going forward business. See that one probably... But that's okay. We can actually kill beach. We don't, fuck this gutter-ass tree. Get the hell out of here. Love being a tree snob. What? Did I run out? No. But, man, it's been a bitch, though, dude. Just the frickin'... So, like, it's worth the skills I'm getting, but holy moly. Imagine watching, like, it's a short feature, so it's like 65, 60 minutes or so. And just imagine watching a 60-minute movie and it's every single spoken word / little noise or little mic movement or little thing has to be visited 20, 30 times because you have to go in there and you have to do mic choices. And then as you start applying different effects to the different layers and turning on and off things, and then maybe there's a reason why you can't use Herlav because it was a noise, so you could try to use the boom and see if you can blend those two. And you can do, there's a thing called phase alignment that is trickier than it's not actually. I've sorted out the good way, the smart way to do it. But oh, dude, it gives me so much respect for people that are really talented at this. And just like any first time big project, I'm a fast learner. I always, and this is almost every video I edit, I will be shit. Oh, especially if it's not something I already have a system for. I'm a bit clumsy. I kind of just work my way through. By the time I'm at like 60% mark, I'm getting confident, or maybe a little earlier than that. But I start to get, and then I get really good about 90%, and then I do a great job with like the last like 25%, you know. But then I have to go back and kind of redo the first 25% and kind of fix everything I didn't really quite nail in the first chunk. So you sort of like it's like you carve your way out, and then you like build a little thing, and you have to like kind of refit and fix the, yeah. On top of all that, so I would do less of that if I started this over now, if I did another one. And I would also have a better sense for what to set up in terms of the layers and, you know, which one should be mono, which one should be stereo, which one should, you know, how to route buses to do different sub mixes. And I'm doing like a low sophistication version of what they do for the proper ones, at least according to the YouTube tutorials. And the guy that was doing one of them says it pays for my house and my wife doesn't have to work. And I was like, whoa, I'm listening to that guy. I want a wife that doesn't work. That's like my dream. I would love that. All right. We just live off the, you know, the income from her holdings, from her family's good fortune to own a banana plantation in some island in the Pacific. Oh, gee, aren't we lucky? Okay. So we got trees planted. Now, did I say this earlier? One of the things I really want to do here, yeah, just drop some off in there. Fuck it, who cares? Is build out the terrace. You know, I haven't done anything on Terrace Mania in quite a while, as you recall. For the new listeners, Terrace Mania is our project where we are maniacs for terraces. And you'll see what I mean in a moment. Up here this is where I've been harvesting a lot of stone, anticipating the work we're about to do, because I also, you know, want to build stuff within the base and do all sorts of things. Actually, I want to tear down that one building now that I'm saying that. So this is stone back, and I've been putting even like little paths and little lights. This is we'll just take a look at it from above. And so that one's kind of carved up a little bit already. There's a bunch of stones I've gone around and cleared. I find this sort of repetitive stuff very soothing to my neurodivergent brain. And sometimes I also feel guilty that I would be boring you with it all. But there's a whole bunch of rocks around here. So this whole thing kind of connects to Haldor, to the farm, which is right here. Obviously, I started talking about farms at the... Oh, god damn it. Are we fucking frozen? It keeps been doing that. Sorry. Son of a bitch. Hold on. We'll be back. Hang on. All right. I have to wait. Okay. If I just turn my head, it looks exactly like how it did when it froze. Man, what a pain in the ass. It's either... I hope it's the... If it's the connector failure, I hope it's only the wire that needs replacing, not the camera itself, because... Not like it's a super fancy one, but it wasn't the cheapest one either. It's a Keo Razor Pro. All right, so I'm happy with the quality of it. Is where we at currently. So anyway. Okay, yes, now I'm paranoid. Yeah, lots of funny deaths. I was just about to just have a nice little chuckle, but that's the farm. There's one of my bases. Yeah, plains base. So this whole area is a very. This is one of my main ports for hauling metal, which is something I want to do very soon, even though I don't really need it. It's just been dogging me for a while, and I kind of miss the ocean. You know, the call of the shrimp, as we sailors can't stop ourselves from saying. Melt their bodies for oil quickly. Actually, when you think about it. Krill being whales' food, humans melting whales to make electricity for their prototype vibrators, and 18th century ones, 19th century. Let's say, and something about krill. I ran out of steam on that one. So we have a whole bunch of quarrying to do around here, and so I thought it'd be kind of fun to make it a little bit of a pathway. Like this pathway, I built little fences that sort of tell you where to go. Kind of nice. Look, we already have visitors. Hi, I hope you're having fun. Visit the gift shop. Free shot glass if you're drunk. Let's eat some food and make sure we don't. Oh, he's already drunk. All right, parking lot is that way. In hell. Don't forget to pay the fee. You know they have universal health care in hell? Yeah, they just announced it. It's not fair. Heaven, though, it's just affordable co-pays. That's what makes it heaven. Bills aren't so stressful up there. I'm sure they have homeless in heaven. There's no way they don't. All right. I do actually think, okay, let me leave that. I am developing an entire new philosophy around the idea of Earth and its origins as heaven for humans until humans went and enclosed. It just seems to me it's just about the promise of community, of default safety being the thing you get to experience, and I feel like we already had that. Even with all the risks, safe. Oh, yeah, that's right. There's a fun one down here. So listen, yeah, look at this. Look, I got this cool path, right? I've been doing some stone gathering. Much of the work we have to do, I'm kind of doing some of the tedious stuff. I know you're hearing that little boom booms. We'll get over to that. Don't worry. There's a trapped troll in one of these pits. So yeah, we have these cool pits. And I also kind of noticed that you can kind of carve carefully and just sort of leave some of the pillars. And I feel like when we get up here and remove the stone, we'll have a nice time enjoying the spiky pieces and maybe building bridges across them or some stuff, you know? This will get us out of here. Let's see if we can... Yeah, there he is. Hi! Look at him. All the way over there. I missed on purpose. So I did the sort of... I haven't done it for every single one yet, but you can tell I'm doing stuff offline. But you do have to be careful. It's easy to forget that there's giant gaps everywhere now. Like this guy did. He made that mistake, and he'll never make it again. Okay, we're still good. Hi. Don't be swinging. Don't be swinging. Don't use your own agency and become an agent of your own freedom. How dare you? I choose the parameters of your freedom. That is my freedom. There they are. Look at them. Hey, actually, I got to protect the troll that's... Oh, shit. There should be a third. There should be a third. My captive over there, I would be so mad if they went up to him and killed him, because that's my... Only I get to do that. It's so bad. See? Someone's getting whooped. I heard it. I think a green fella... You know, they do kind of have a little bit of a... Uh-oh. Someone's taking shots at me. Hello? Ow! Or down below? Well, I can't tell. Oh, I saw a guy swing. A brute. Okay. A 1-star. We got skeletons attacking the spawner. All kinds of stuff going on in this in these here quarry hills. So yeah, this is a resting spot. As you know, we're doing our little testing, our resting testing. So we have comfort level 4. I don't have anything I can put down currently, but eventually we'll add stuff, and then that comfort level will go up, and we'll see how that works, because that's the whole thing. Does that do it? Is it still 4? Or does a torch bring it up to 5? Oh, you know what? It's down because of the dude. The presence of a bad guy makes... Get out of here, bad guy. I am the good guy. I doubt the torch changes it. Yeah, there's a 4. It's gone. You're ruining my vibe there, dude. Trying to watch Downton Abbey on my 3rd date here. She's a fan too. And then you got these dudes running out of your kitchen. Just every once in a while, you got to get up and slaughter some thing. Bro. Yeah, so the audio quality should be improving now. Hopefully, you know, I stress about it a lot. I want that perfect balance between the footsteps and the things, and then there's the whole synchronizing my mouth to the thing and the timings. That's still kind of dogging me. That still is just a freaking annoying as heck. So okay, I don't think we're gonna do it right now. Let's just run down this one here though. But there's a whole lot of these. I have like little channels, and we're not gonna have any shortage of places, rocks, or places to get rocks. And of course, as we get going on Terrace Mania, you'll see the sorts of how fast we're going to use up a lot of these. Heck is this dude? Thought I would run into him coming this way. Uh-oh. Something's killing deer. What the hell's killing deer? Did the skeleton shoot the deer? Was that an accident? Did they shoot deer? I don't think I've ever... That must have been just happenstance. Oh, shit. Jeez, man. As I started to run, I was like, this is very risky. Don't mess this up. Do not F up this running part. There he is. Hey, buddy. Just checking on you. Okay, everything good? All right, see you later. We'll be back. Don't worry. Stretch your legs a little bit. Did you start to get sore? Just sit down. Just have a little squat. Okay, good. So yeah, let's take this back. Man, there's just so many little details about this game I enjoy. Like, oh, I think I see a man. Nope. Yeah, I did. Hi. Yo. It disappeared. That's Odin. That's the boss. You know, he represents the totalitarian surveillance state that is consuming everything about existence and can't be stopped. Welcome to the 21st century. All right. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Do you have to listen to a lot of barking? Things are hunting each other around here. Oh, that's a bear. Oh, yeah. Oh, shit. There's some serious fighting going on. What the hell? That's pretty fun. That's what makes me forlorn when I think about how forlornly I am when I play this game, is that How cool would it be if I had a pal and they're chopping trees down far away and I get to watch all like trees just sort of fall, you know? I think that'd be so cool. Suddenly my friend murders these deer because they know it pleases me. They're very distracting. All right, we'll grab some of the shining, glowing. Looking for this bear. Where are you, bear? Was that a bear breath? Was that bear breath? The tree chopping bear. I'll have a legendary story. Like if a bear cuts down a tree, the game should be like, he now gets the magic sword. You know what I mean? Like it should be one of those sort of things. This player has unlocked achievement, bear tree. But speaking of that, there is, and we saw it long ago, and I forgot about it, and then I saw one from a distance. There is that freaky plains beast. Like, where did this bear go? Oh, now it got rain. We're out of here. I ain't standing around in this damn rain. Oh, speaking of rain, bear. Whoa! How did I jump up and over it? Take that! You've been Ditkud. Bear paw. Hell yeah, that's better than... I got a lot of them, but... Okay. Oop. Blueberries. Alright, let's just take this way back up. Yeah, so there's this freaky animal up in the plains that we still haven't even encountered. And I was in a position to fight one a while back. I chose not to because I wanted to save it for you. Like and subscribe. Meaning, I could have walked up on one. Honestly, I've never done that. I don't even know if it's like way outclassed for one battle, one guy. Look at all these rocks I got. And I got a whole bunch of other rocks staged over at Terrace Mania. So as we say goodbye in this video, guys. Oh shit, that's not what I wanted. Oh, not that one either. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom. Wood. No point in... Those are the dump chests. System works okay, but let's put this thing back. And as we head into the next video, episode 72, this has been 71, let's just get rested a bit, and then we're going to work on Terrace Mania. And that will be very fun for all of us. So thank you for tuning in. Talk to you soon. Let me stand in a spot that'll be identical to where we start the next episode. How's that? How's that look? That look cool? Kitchen. Perfect. A little misleading as far as Terrace Mania, but because that'll be the thumbnail. Bye, everybody. Hope you're doing okay. Bye-bye. Watch the next one. Bye.